How's it going, my lovely Death Disciples? I am the Shattered Reaper, and today we are going to continue our Dragon Age Inquisition Let's Play. Where last we left off, we had just dealt with the issue of the Mage Rebellion, where the Magister wanted to try and take the mages for himself, but we were just like, you know, as the memes would say, "Omae wa mo shinderu." To which he responded rather well, appropriately with, "Nani?" To which then he died. Well, at least in an alternate reality in the future, to where I also had to watch my beloved, precious, beautiful man die. If I had a tissue, I would blow my nose furiously in it, but I don't have any for comedic effect. But, yes, it was a very serious moment, and, unfortunately, well, not unfortunately for me, but, I decided to take the mages on as a full-on ally, to which everybody was just like, "What the fuck are you doing, you idiot? Did you not realize earlier what it was like for the mages to have complete and total power?" To which I say, shut the fuck up. That was one guy, and, that's not the entirety of the mages. Also, 100% witch power motherfuckers. You guys can be all about your Templar favoritism or whatever, but I'm gonna do my thing and be all like, magic be free motherfuckers, and I will wreck the shit out of anyone who wants to disagree with me and my witchliness. Such is the command of the High Imperial Inquisitor of the Holy Elven Empire. A beauty. So yeah, I decided to have the mages be my full-on allies.
The Inquisition appreciates your assistance in this matter, Lady Corbin.
And my miners appreciate your business. You'll have your lyrium by the end of the week. I should tell you, Ambassador, the Chantry raised some fuss when they learned about our arrangement.
The Inquisition must certainly seem an audacious idea to the Grand Clerics. We hope to convince them it is a necessary one as well.
Didn't quite expect to be listening on a conversation from Josephine, but anyway. Mother Giselle, it's been a while since we talked.
You were instrumental in garnering the assistance of the rebel mages. It is well done.
Thank you.
And I pray this Inquisition fares better than the Chantry in its handling of magic.
Well, I mean, come on. The Chantry did fucking awful in its duties.
It would be difficult for us to do worse.
Harshly spoken. But difficult to deny. In some ways, Andraste had the simpler task. Magic should serve man, and not rule over him. That tells us what should be, but it does not tell us how to get there. So many times the methods of men have undone the spirit of their goals. Once you have sealed the breach, we shall see whether this Inquisition is truer to the Chantry, or its own namesake.
Like I'm gonna be working with the Chantry. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, Mother Giselle. Oh, you are a riot. Oh, you were serious. Well, obviously we are gonna be our own namesakes, so like, you know. Why is it not going with my mouse? Well, anyway, how are the people?
Can you tell me how our people are doing?
What would you like to know?
How are people at Haven?
How are the villagers in Haven doing?
You did well to gain the mages to your cause. The people have hope that the breach may be sealed. Some of them are returning to the lives they fled. Others are starting fresh. In either case, they no longer believe the world as they know it is ending.
Okay, just kind of want to take a little bit of a moment, Mother Giselle. In your fucking faces, fuck faces! Turns out I did the right thing by making the mages a full-on ally, you dumbasses! Maybe think next time before you question my decisions and how right they end up being! Okay. Got that out of my system. Anyway, how are people elsewhere?
Do you have information on people elsewhere?
The refugees in the Hinterlands are desperate. Without help, starvation or war will claim many lives. Villagers in Crestwood are besieged by their own dead. They have sent word begging for assistance. People are vanishing in the hills of Emprise de Lyon. It may be demons or something worse, but they are terrified. More than that I cannot say. It is a chaotic time for all in Olay and Ferelden.
I see. I will have to investigate those then.
Farewell.
Make her go with you.
Anyway, thank you for the information. Now then, Josephine, what is it you're doing here?
I'll take my leave.
Oh.
Good day.
Who was she, Ambassador?
A merchant. I thought we should reach out to the dwarves to secure lyrium for the Inquisition's mages. According to Lady Corpin, it raised the ire of the Chantry.
Oh.
Access to lyrium makes us rather more formidable than anticipated. We're becoming a challenge. Sadly, the remaining Grand Clerics appear to be consolidating the Chantry's power instead of comforting the masses.
Well, I mean, for once, I guess this was all it took to get them to stop proselytizing to everyone. Being all like, hey, would you like to learn about our Lord and Savior the Maker? I'm sure you'd love to listen to them endlessly. Let me convert your sinful soul, you sinful bitch. That's how I imagine it to be, because that's pretty much how we run things here with the church and all that. It's just like, shut the fuck up. But anyway, not a surprise that we caught their ire. I mean, literally everything we do catches their ire. That's pretty much the pattern here, Josephine. Anyway, it's been this way for years.
Mage circles started falling years ago. The Chantry was troubled even before the Divine's murder.
Yet many people continue to bear it great love. We will not benefit from its decline. Little but the Chantry ties Orlais, Nevara, Ferelden, Antiva, and even Rivain to a common cause.
Has the Chantry truly promoted such peace?
Andras's chant is familiar across kingdoms, a source of many shared customs. That is the crucial point. Common ground is the start of all negotiations.
Well, I mean, it is. I could see the importance,
I
yeah.
suppose a shared faith can be useful when talking with strangers.
Precisely. And these similar interests are merely where we begin. We must learn to think beyond our own wants to secure peace in Thedas.
Sound good. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to flirt with you, so that option is kind of out of the question there. It's an ambitious notion.
Planning to steer the history of the world, Ambassador Montillier?
I believe the Inquisition is already charting that course. Which brings me to a question, if you have a moment.
Oh?
The remaining Grand Clerics sent a missive inquiring about the events at the Temple of Sacred Ashes. They demand to know whether the Inquisition officially claims that Andraste saved you from the breach. If it were up to you, how would you reply?
Let's see now, I suppose first things I'd ask is, how will you?
Will my answer change your reply to the Chantry?
If Leliana, Cassandra Cullen, and I could agree on our official stance, I could answer that. We should decide soon. The revered mothers don't seem to know what to make of you.
Well, I mean, obviously I do claim to be holy 100%, because after all, I am the High Imperial Inquisitor of the Holy Elven Empire Beauty, after all. But at the same time, I can't necessarily say that Andraste chose me. Ooh, can't I say I'm chosen by the Elven gods, since, you know, they're my people's gods? Why can't I choose that option? Just say, fuck you, Chantry, fuck you, Maker, and just say, praise be to the Elven gods. Why is that not an option? Why does everything have to be about that stupid Maker when he does nothing but send fucking bears after me whenever he gets the chance? Sorry, spiritual doctor prescribed that I take a few meditations every day. I think I may have missed my prescription today, and that's why I have a few issues. So, I suppose, if I had to make a choice here, then, I don't claim to be holy in the Maker's method, if that makes sense.
I'll tell the Chantry I was saved by circumstance, not divine intervention.
Yet as rumors your Andraste's herald grow, the Grand Clerics may not believe such a humble reply. A difficult situation, and I thank you for your answer. A good day to you.
Oh, I see how it is. It works for Jesus, but if I happen to try and be humble, oh, it doesn't work, you mere mortal-ass bitch. Well, guess what? First of all, I'm an elf, so therefore I'm not mortal, so fuck you. Second of all, fuck Jesus. But I see how it is. You absolute pricks. Anyway, so, let's see what we got here. Leaping shot, right. Let's see what we can do with this. Rolling draw. If leaping shot hits, you can use the momentum of your leap to do a stronger draw as you come back to your feet. Your next attack, whenever you make it, will knock down its target. Ooh. Shot from the shadows. Oh, that sounds badass. After striking a target with leaping shot, you retreat safely into the shadows, disappearing into stealth. Except... shot from the shadows. Praise be to Loic. Wait, is he an elven god in this pantheon? Probably not. Anyway, Miniev, I have things I need to bring you.
Can I help you with something?
Yeah, I already talked to you about all of these things. I completely
I'll
forgot
speak with you later.
that, I don't need to talk to you in order to turn in research, so, here's all the research stuff. Pretty sure I had more than one
If you
bowstring.
find anything, please bring it in.
I'm trying,
Please
but
tell me if you find something.
was that it? Was that the only thing I brought in? Oh, no, wait, there we go. Okay. So, yeah, that's all the stuff. Okay. Now, before I enter the war room, there's some people I want to talk to, which is basically everyone. So, Liliana, hi! How you doing, girl?
Reports of fade rifts and demons keep coming. The people are terrified, and it's only getting worse. The only thing that will calm their fears now is the hope that someone out there can save them. You have to be that someone. No one else has any power over the rifts. Seal them. Your legend will spread, and Thedas will learn to trust the Inquisition.
That and also you, because I definitely saw how you win in the future, and it's like, damn, girl, you know exactly what you're doing. And also, I felt extremely bad about how things ended. Anyway, thought maybe I would tell you about this, but, I watched you die for
In
me.
Redcliffe, you sacrificed yourself so that I could return here.
Of course I did. One small life in exchange for a second chance at history. I always loved a bargain.
It was still noble.
It was still a sacrifice, and still noble.
And I would do it again.
Why do you care about mages? Oh, wait, did you agree with my decision? Oh, girl, I'm so glad you agree with me. Like, ooh. Oh, I am so glad I'm not the only one, other than Sol is, but at the same time, I do not necessarily care for his opinion, necessarily. I mean, sometimes I do, but when he starts messing with my man, that's when I have little regard for his opinions. Anyway, why do you care about mages? I'm curious.
Why do you want me to seek out the rebel mages? Why do you care?
I've known mages. Some of them were better people than me. And yet I'm free and they're not. It's not right.
Duly noted. I definitely understand that. Any updates?
Anything I should know?
Altegan has returned to Redcliffe Castle and resumed his duties as Lord. The people are returning, slowly but surely. Unfortunately, our show of support for the mages has angered many.
Oh, well, not shocking now, is it? But I do not care for the opinions of meaningless peasants, and I do not necessarily mean peasants as in people who are working the fields and all that. No, I mean peasants as in people whose opinions mean so little to me and yet act so superior to everyone else. Those are the true peasants and peons I have no care for them whatsoever, so they can complain to me all they wish. But it will not change my opinion on what it is that I want. Especially since, you know, the other reason why I call them peasants is because they do smell a lot. And they can powder themselves in wigs and makeup and whatever they think is fancy fashion, but Let's be real. Their hearts are rotten underneath, and the words they spew make their breath far worse than they think it does. And of course hide the rotting skin that they're trying so hard to cover up. Truly a shame. Anyway, you're Justinia's left hand.
They called you the left hand of the divine.
That they did? What of it?
Did I already ask these questions? I think I did, actually, now that I think about it.
We'll talk more later.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I asked all of these questions to her before. And, let's see, I want to talk to other characters. Let's see if I can start with Varric, since he is pretty close by, so let's talk to him, shall we? I just want to get a moment with all the characters first.
The Mage Rebellion joins the Inquisition. I've got to admit that's a twist I didn't see coming.
Wow.
One thing you saw in the future worries me. I mean, it was all bad. But red lyrium and Ferelden, infecting people and growing out of them, that's bad. Finding more of it really punches a hole in my red lyrium at the temple was a coincidence theory.
How fast does it spread?
How long does it take for red lyrium to grow? How fast can it spread?
It took years to infect people in Kirkwall, but no one there was actually ingesting the stuff. This Elder One managed to take the worst thing I can think of and make it worse. That's an accomplishment.
We need to eliminate it.
We can't leave a single piece of that lyrium out in the wild.
I'm with you on that. I've got people trying to find out where the red stuff came from. I think maybe we should make that a priority.
I agree.
But that's enough doom and gloom. You just won a big victory for the Inquisition. What are you going to do to celebrate?
Anything but celebrate? No, I need to have a celebration. I'm a Norseman. Any excuse to get myself drunk off my ass. I mean, come on now. Do you really expect anything else from one such as I, especially a servant of the great Lord Dionysus, who is 100% better than Jesus, especially because he was the original one man. So fuck you, Jesus, and you're trying to usurp Dionysus' title, you little bitch! Anyway, what was I thinking? Gonna have a party?
That's a good point. We should celebrate. A banquet. Something like a banquet.
Lots of
Word to
drinks.
Josephine, and I bet she could arrange anything. Things should be calm around here for at least the next hour. Take a moment to enjoy it. If the world's about to end, I'm sure the Seeker will let us know.
You make excellent points. I might have to talk to her, but first, why don't we talk to the person that I just mentioned was somebody I am bothered by, but you know what, at the same time, I do like to hear his opinions, and I'm going the exact wrong direction in order to do so. I just want more character interaction, so I'm going to take a moment, just interact with the people that I'm working with, except for Sarah, because I do not necessarily care for Sarah. The racist bitch. Being racist against other elves because she feels like it. Also, she's annoying. No, I do not want to open that door. Hey,
So we
Solus!
have gained the mages. Excellent. They should be able to seal the breach. You are certain you experienced time travel. Could it have been an illusion? A trick of the Fade?
No.
I know what I saw. It was real.
What an amazing gift. It is vital the Inquisition succeed to avoid the future you witnessed.
Wait, I did? When did I see Solus there? Saw you there, I guess?
Surprised you're not more interested in your own future.
I know enough. If that future happened, then I, and Cassandra, Cullen and the rest, failed to stop this Elder One. Speaking of which, you should ready yourself.
For?
This Elder One. You have now interfered with his plans twice. Once at the Temple of Sacred Ashes, and now again at Redcliffe. A being who aspires to godhood is unlikely to ignore such an affront.
Well, I mean, then he's fucking with the wrong person, because after all, I am also working towards godhood. So, let's just say we are competing factions at this point, and I am going to be the one that notches an arrow right into his cock. And I'm gonna make it into a new hole where, well, I'm not gonna fuck it because that would be rape, and that's way too far for me. But I am definitely gonna make it hurt a lot. It is going to be very painful, and I'm going to enjoy every moment of it. And let's see, can't upgrade anything over there. Any tonics that are available? No. Grenades. I know we have the jar of bees. Any way we could possibly upgrade the jar of bees? Well, we do have a couple of ways, but I cannot upgrade them. What we do have them, so I suppose that's one thing that we did was good.
You're back, and in one piece.
I found notes by a Master Tajan. I wondered if you might be interested.
Let me have a look. This should... Oh, I see. With the distillate of... The old codger was on the edge of a breakthrough here, but he couldn't see it. You want some of these mixed up, you just give the word.
Alright. Well, alright. Great. Lyrium potion recipe. Oh! Well, alright then. Damn!
Farewell.
This could only mean good things. Let's see. Tonics, no. Oh, lyrium potion, okay. Maximum mana increase. Ooh, okay. Well, let's research that. Alright. I like this. We are gonna have to find more, new kinds of herbs, but that is good. And hey, Dorian.
The Inquisition supports free mages. What's next? Elves running Halam-Sharal? Cows milking farmers?
You do realize you're talking to an elf right now, right? Also, you yourself are a mage, right? Not to be done.
There was no other choice.
Oh, there were definitely other choices. You picked the one that'll shock the children. I do wonder if you've considered what this support of yours will do. For mages in general, I mean. The Inquisition is seen as an authority. You've given southern mages license to, well, be like mages back home.
Is that so
What
terrible?
would be wrong with that exactly?
Nothing, at first. Thing is, the Imperium was once just like the South. Templars, proper circles, all that rot. Then it changed, by inches. Not that this is reason to oppress us. Still, my homeland should be a cautionary tale, not a source of inspiration.
Have you seen Alexius?
Have you gone to see Alexius yet? He's in the cells.
Not yet, no. I saw him before they locked him up. He looked despondent, broken. Not the man I remember, nor the one I want to. I suppose the Inquisition will judge him eventually.
Oh, we will. We
If
will.
there's any chance they'll show him mercy. He hardly deserves it, but the Felixes...
Oh, I agree.
I can't help hoping there's something left of the man I once knew.
I highly doubt it, but whatever, okay. Also, the fact that these two are right next to each other, one of them who really appreciates mages being free of the other. I'll just leave them to that then. Anyway, there's a person to talk to over here, it looks like. Oh, that's Sarah. Never mind. Getting the fuck out of here. I did not see anything. I saw nothing. Nobody saw anything. Nobody could prove I was there. Nobody saw anything. And anyone who wants to try and argue with that, well, you're gonna have to speak to the High Imperial Inquisitor of the Holy Elven Empire. Anyway, Cassandra should be over here. So, hi, Cassandra.
And what are we supposed to do, exactly?
What you always do. Complain.
We've already spoken with Commander Cullen. No one listens. We want better quarters. We want the Templars kept at a distance. And some respect for...
This is not the Circle. You mages are our allies, not our wards. Act like it.
How are we supposed to...
Deal with it.
Hello. He looks a lot like me, strangely.
It never ends. Evidently.
Well, it is the truth.
You don't need to tell me that.
I just don't know who told them I'm the one to yell at.
Is it that bad?
The mages are here as equals. They need to get used to what that means. It is your doing, after all. You created this alliance.
You're blaming me?
You would have done differently, I suppose.
Oh. I do sound like I'm blaming you, don't I?
A little bit.
I don't disapprove. In fact, you did well. You made a
well, thank
decision
you.
when it needed to be made. And here we are. I wish I could say this was my doing.
Well, I am pretty clever.
I am rather clever, aren't I?
Close the breach. Then I'll agree with you.
Okay, a little bit. That's pretty good. Well, at least we didn't disappoint her any further in the conversation. Also, there's something to loot, but, oh, no, not really. Hello, Colin.
The mages are ready to approach the breach. I pray this will be enough to close it.
It will be.
Fiona has sent her best mages. This has to work.
Of course. In the meantime, I will oversee our forces should anything go wrong.
What do you mean?
All we have are theories. I believe our plan can work, but no one knows for certain what will happen. We need to take precautions.
Are you with anyone? No, I'm pretty sure I can't do multiple people, but, anything I should
Is
know?
there anything I should know?
I'm glad to have the Chargers on our side. Bull's men are professionals, despite evidence to the contrary.
Tell me about your colleagues.
What do you think of the people you work with?
Who do you mean?
Well, oh wait. I was working with Josephine.
What do you think of our ambassador?
We have little in common. How she delights in meeting with nobles all day is beyond me. But I enjoy working with her.
Oh, that's good. What do you think of Liliana?
How do you like working with Liliana?
The Inquisition would not exist without her. I may not always agree with her methods, but she's more passionate about our cause than anyone. Cassandra may have declared the Inquisition publicly, but Liliana is just as responsible for its formation.
Alright, well tell me about her
Are
soldiers.
you satisfied with the Inquisition's forces?
Our numbers are small, but they suit our needs for the time being. Some Templars have joined us instead of following the Order. They've proven invaluable in training new recruits.
I see. Well, that's interesting to note. Anyway, I have
should
no
let
more
you get back to
questions.
work.
I guess there's nothing new with him, which means hello, I am Ball. How are you doing, boy?
So, that Tevinter guy sent you into the future?
I'll protect you.
If you're worried about magic, I can protect you.
My blade pretty much protects me.
Perhaps I can do things your blade can't.
Plenty.
No, it has blood grooves. Well, technically, it's the Fuller, but blood grooves sound so much more violent. Anyway, I hope our new friends have what it takes to close the breach.
They
Damn
will.
thing gives me a headache just looking at it.
They will. I promise you, Iron Bull, I will prevent whatever future or anything bad that will ever happen to you, and if anyone tries to get in my way, I will rip their fucking throats out and break every single bone in their body before tearing them out and ripping every single tendon to shreds before popping their eyes inside of their bodies, tearing out their tongues, and making sure every single breath they attempt is an agonizing, painful fucking moment before their final end. But there's no need to worry about that. Nothing at all. Everything will be fine. I promise you. Everything will be fine, and I will be able to enforce that by the bloody and painful demise of everyone who wants to try and harm my beautiful, precious Iron Bowl. I promise you. Anything else you want to
Can I
talk
help you?
about? What's the name Iron Bowl?
So how did you get the name Iron Bull?
I picked it. We don't have names under the cube. Just, I don't know. Job descriptions, I guess. When I came to Orlais, I chose the Iron Bull for myself.
Ooh. Why that name, though?
Why specifically Iron Bull?
This may surprise you, but I really like kidding things. Also, it's the Iron Bull, technically. I like having an article at the front. It makes it sound like I'm not even a person, just a mindless weapon. An implement of destruction. That really works for me.
Well, I suppose fair enough.
See you later, Bull.
See ya.
Anyway, hi, Crib.
Nice work at Redcliffe. I could help the mages learn to work with Inquisition soldiers if you like.
Ooh.
Not that the chief has any apostates in the group.
How can we use you?
Iron Bull said the charges were at my disposal. Do you have any suggestions on how to use them?
The Templars have holed up in Thorinfall Redoubt. No idea what's happening inside. I could have some of the boys poke around. If nothing else, we get a better look at the land.
Tell me about the charges.
Can we talk about the Bull's charges?
Best company you'll find from here to the Anderfells. In my time with the chief, we've gone up against everything from bandits to magic trees. We're expensive, but you'll never doubt we're worth it. Want to know anything in particular?
Tell me of an interesting job.
You said something about everything from bandits to magic trees. I'll admit to some curiosity.
Right. Sylvans. That's what Dalish called them. Apparently spirits can possess trees, too. Some noble in the Dales, and they really don't like it when you call them Dalish nobles, had a haunted forest. His family had abandoned the land, but he wanted it back. The chief bought us all axes, and in we went. Between the axes and the torches, the Sylvans weren't too bad. Worst part was the squirrels.
The squirrels? Oh, damn, I guess I've had a reason to be afraid of them. What are your abilities?
Do the charges specialize in anything from a tactical standpoint?
Bull doesn't want us large enough to work as an army. We're better as shock troops to skirmishers. We've got archers for hitting enemy infantry, Dalish with more archery, and Skinner and her people on the flanks. Rocky handles fortifications and traps, and Stitches keeps us all fighting. They mostly hold back. I'll lead the frontline fighters with Grim, and the chief goes wherever he can hit something.
Do you follow rules?
Are there rules for how mercenaries operate?
If you don't want some noble to treat you like bandits, yes. There's also a code of conduct most companies hold to. Keeps things civilized on the battlefield. We accept surrenders for ransom from mercenaries, nobles, and soldiers wearing a lord's colors. Our prisoners are treated well, injuries tended. We'd want the same for any of ours who got captured.
We'll talk later.
Investigate Thorinfall Redoubt operation. Oh, okay. Well, then that's my cue to go ahead and head back to the war room and investigate things. Now that I've talked with everyone of importance. Onward to the war room! And also, In Your Heart Shall Burn, I guess we also have that available as well. So let's investigate all this, shall we? Also, we definitely need to find more onyx for the dwarven puzzle box stuff.
Magic exists to serve man, and never to rule over him.
Magic exists because magic exists, bitch! It flows through everything. It is not controlled. Alright, after that outburst that nobody necessarily needed to hear, anyway, let's take a look at Ferelden, shall we? We've got operations, it looks like. In Your Heart.
Have you had any trouble with them?
Not at all. I will inform you if that changes.
Let's see. Upon the Waking Sea, report ready. We found what we were looking for. An ancient vault all but buried in the thick vegetation at the heart of the island. No doubt untouched for over 1,000 years. The effort to open the vault without setting off traps was considerable. And what we found within was interesting. According to an agent named Ryan, this was the retreat of one of the last of Andraste's disciple guardians, who fled some manner of attack on this side of the sacred ashes. He expected reinforcement by other disciples who never arrived. Whatever texts the man thought to preserve have mostly crumbled, but we recovered a number of other artifacts from the site. It is a significant find that will undoubtedly prove of great interest to Chantry scholars, even if it will take them years to sort through all the debris. So an enhanced belt of urgency, well, I guess I can accept that, I suppose. Kind of expected a little bit more, but okay. Why is it not letting me accept the report? Can someone explain this to me? Ugh, for fuck's sake, it's the mouse being weird. Again! Because who would have expected it? Except me. as I probably should have. But it's always just at such random times that is inconsistent. I do not like when that happens. So, I apologize if this is going to be taking a while. Oh, come on, really? Okay, there we go. It's taken care of. Answer a request from Hosmal. Commander Cullen, I understand the Inquisition is working with Redcliffe's mages. I'm surprised someone from Kirkwall would condone any arrangement with them, but it does put you in a position to aid us. Hosmal's circle sustained significant damage during the uprisings. Rather than follow the Lord's Seeker, many of our Templars elected to remain and deal with the aftermath, but our resources are limited. Furthermore, we have loyalist mages with us. Hosmal's people would happily throw them to the wolves, even though they had nothing to do with the rebellion. As it stands, I fear we may fail in our duty to protect them. I trust you sympathize with our predicament. I humbly request our charges be transferred to the Inquisition. Hostility towards mages remains, but there are ways to travel without drawing notice. We have a few Templars of our own. Hosmal's Templars will be comfortable working with them. They can ensure safe passage of the mages. Well, I'll see about that. We can arrange safe passage from Hosmal and let the city's leaders believe they owe us a favor. I'll let Commander Cullen handle this. Now then, what things are available in Orlais? Oh, we have a couple of reports. Choose successor in Lides. Let's see how that went. My husband, Commander Cullen, my husband informs me that I have your Inquisition soldiers to thank for the timely intervention that protected my carriage from an attack by bandits not long ago. The roads are indeed dangerous these days, and as the Duchess of Lides, I will do my best to improve their safety. Oh, well that's a good thing to hear. I'm very glad. Please convey my gratitude to all who had helped ensure my safety in these trying times. Yours, Duchess Carolina of Lides. And we get the Ancestral Blade of Lides. Okay. Utilize the Grey Warden treaties. Let's see how that went. I was correct. Spreading word that the Inquisition was allied with the Grey Wardens meant messages of support poured in. With the treaties in hand, we've managed to secure new recruits and donations of both gold and equipment. The commander will make good use of them. Josephine. Gold 58 and Griffin robes. Ooh, that looks nice, actually. I'm gonna need to investigate that. Okay, so that's complete. The University of Orlais. Let's take a look at that. I am very interested in the idea of education and using it to its fullest extent. To the leaders of the Inquisition, the death of so many good souls at the Temple of Sacred Ashes is a tragedy, compounded by the frenzy of posturing that has taken place in the race for Divine Justinia's successor, which all too frequently uses the University of Orlais as a scapegoat for ills perceived or real. Considering our recent... Hold on, where was I? Considering your recent cowing of these clerics, the university is hoping you might see your way to protecting us from their rhetoric. Such a partnership could be beneficial for us both. We have research, magical as well as mundane, that we'd be pleased to share in exchange for aid in these trying times. Yours with hope, Chancellor Jürgen Hollis, University of Orlais. Let's see what we can get here. We could arm the university with what they like best, information. Give them ammunition against anyone who speaks against them. The attacks will cease. A bit of diplomacy to tell the clerics where their attacks are unwelcome should be enough, provided it is done delicately. I'm gonna trust Josephine for this one.
Let us begin.
Alright, and let's go back to Ferelden and see what we could do for the other mission. So we have improved stability, busy, okay. Investigate Therenfall Redoubt then. The Templars at Therenfall Redoubt went quiet while the Inquisition dealt with Redcliffe. I'd be happy to take the charges out to investigate the area. Lieutenant Cremisius Aclassi. This calls for a light touch. My scouts can make a distraction letting the charges sneaking close. What would the other solutions have been? Not participating in this mission? Okay. I can send the charges with the Inquisition troops to bolster their numbers. I like Liliana's decision. Yeah, Liliana sounds a lot better, so let's send in Liliana. Alright, and that just leaves us this one. The Inquisitor's efforts to close the Fade Rifts has increased stability in various regions across Thedas. However, demons sometimes remain, having wandered from the side of the original rifts. The Inquisition has received numerous requests for aid in dealing with this problem. Well, unfortunately, we are still dealing with a few problems. Anyway, let's see now. In your heart shall burn. Well, that'll come at a different time. The Black Emporium. Can we actually travel there? You'll need passage across the Waking Sea to Kirkwall. That is easily answered. Well, we can't really do anything with that. But let's send in the forces. Oh, I guess we could do something with that. Never mind. A ship has been secured. Be wary of what you find in the Black Emporium, Inquisitor. I've heard many frightful tales. I've never been there before, but at least the place is available for access. However, I do have things that need to be done in the Hinterlands, so let's head on over there and just finish our needs in that area. Let's bring Dorian, Varric, and of course my beautiful Iron Bull. All right, let's go. We still have things that need to be settled there, like Red Lyrium and finding someone's magical, lucky, talking ram. Very important things for the Inquisition to do. And also more shards. Shards are still there. I still need to find them. I must find them. And also there are Asterium, so I'm definitely gonna need to get some of those taken care of. So yeah, I think we definitely need to take care of some of those situations before we move on to anywhere else. I'm sorry, I'm just too much of a completionist. I just want to get everything done. I just like being able to complete side quests, okay? Is that really such a crime? I'm sorry. I love side quests. I like doing them, especially when they're fun to do. Just whenever it's done loading, obviously. And besides, there is still the most important job to do! And that is leaving a blood lotus that my love can be confirmed, and the gods will most certainly bless my union with my blessed Iron Bull. Oh shit, did I say that out loud? I mean, you heard nothing. Oh wait, we also have people to level up. So, Dorian, Iron Bull, let's start with you. Go. Okay, Lightning Jab, Staggering Strike. Pommel Strike stuns enemies longer if they are already suffering from a negative status effect. Pommel Strikes hit harder and faster. I like Staggering Strike. Let's go with the Staggering Strike. Alright, nope, not what I wanted. Dorian, there you are. I've already gotten you, pretty focused in, pyromancy, so why don't we go ahead and finish that off. Searing Glyph, targets hit by Fire Mine are launched into the air and set flame, leaving them burning. Flaming Array, you can now create multiple mines directly in front of you. I kinda like having them launched into the air, so go for that one. And, let's see, Varric. What can we do with you? And shit! I keep forgetting about upgrading his damn Bianca. Why am I so bad at that? Anyway, let's get First Blood for you. Okay, well, it's a little bit too late for that now. Anyway, there's an Asterium that I think I already did, but there are a bunch of objectives that need to be done in this direction, so let's go, people. Am I running in the right direction? I do not think I am. So what is this supposed to mean? Did I already do that Asterium, or... Oh, I guess I didn't. Well, then I better investigate that before going to the main hub of objectives. That way I don't forget about it, because it's only the one thing. But it looks like I investigated everything about it, but I mean, it's not that far from me, so may as well check it out. And also take this Elf Fruit. And this iron. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did this Asterium already. I don't know why it's still showing up on my map after I already did the Asterium. Yep, it is done. It is in fact done. At least we made sure about that. Always want to be certain. Now then, in the other direction, we shall go to the hub of quests. But first, what's this one? Memories of the Grey. Blackwall possesses maps that chart old warden camps and outposts throughout Ferelden and Orlais. The wardens who abandoned these camps may have left behind artifacts of interest to Blackwall. Ooh. Well, maybe I should have brought back Blackwall, now that I think about it. So, Dorian, hope you don't mind maybe just staying back a little bit, or maybe Varric, actually, now that I think about it. We could keep Dorian. Varric can take a little bit of a rest. Alright, where's the thing? There we go. Okay, so, Dorian will keep, and, we'll bring Blackwall and Iron Bull. Just, both of you please get along. I really don't want to have to deal with you two arguing all the time. That's very annoying to deal with, and I do not like it. Anyway, weapon and shield. Let's upgrade that, shall we? Warrior Resolve? Sure, let's go for that. I swear to the gods, please, do not get into an argument, or I will be very upset. Okay, that was not the right direction. There we go, that's the right direction. Right off a cliff, or, well, not really a cliff, just a little bit of a hill. But I like taking the quickest routes. Okay, maybe it's this point that is like a cliff, but, well, not really, actually. We can handle this. See? No damage. Alright, let's see. Now, what things can be done here, exactly? Cullen is ready to report in. Return to the war table for a reward. Okay, yeah, I'll deal with that when I get the chance.
May God be with you.
Okay, yeah. Oh, more elf fruit. Gimme. Ah, so nice to be back here where everybody is just living peacefully again. I have to take care of that conflict. Alright, should be in this direction, I believe. Right? Or am I missing something?
Later then.
I should be heading... Yeah, I am... Okay, it is telling me I'm heading in the right direction for this mission. We need to find those artifacts. Those are very important. I'm sure it will make Blackwall very happy. Also, Embrium, give me. Okay, it doesn't seem like I'm heading in the right direction, so I have no idea what I'm doing wrong. I guess this is an alternate route then? I don't know. We'll find out.
I found blankets.
Oh, Micah be praised. What did you have to trade?
Nothing. The Inquisition's giving them out.
Oh, well, I'm glad my work is being appreciated. Ah, so it must be in here then. Good. And on the way, we got a couple of elf fruits. Perfect. Alright, so somewhere it's a...
We'll need to look around.
I'm assuming it's in that very non-suspicious tent over there that could possibly just mean anything, I'm certain. According to my, oh, would you look at that? Maps of the deep roads.
I think the Inquisition could benefit from this.
Okay, so we got an artifact in the Hinterlands. And there's also another one in the Hinterlands that we could find. Excellent. We will make use of this. There's some red lyrium over at, Fort Connor. It looks like, as well. Oh, right, Valamar, that's right. We have things we need to do there as well. And, Flowers for Senna, an elderly widower, visits his wife's shrine every year, but the fight between the mages and Templars has prevented him from making the trip. Well, I mean, I already ended the conflict anyway, but, you know. Ah, there it is. Okay, so we'll be heading in that direction then for the second artifact. And, oh, there's another secret. Something in there. Is there somebody that can move this at all? Doesn't look like it, but there is something over there, and I want to find out how I can get to it. Is this a way I could go? It is. Okay, let's try it out, people. My impressive elven abilities know exactly what to do. Oh, there's a chest. What do you know? I am a master at finding secrets. Spike staff grip it. Oh shit, I forgot to sell things. Oh well, I don't really need an army dirk. Oh, sketch of Calenhat's foothold. Rock armor recipe. Well, don't mind if I do. And I get some influence from it. Nice! That's what I get for finding the important treasure that I wasn't necessarily expecting to actually follow, if I'm being perfectly honest, but you know what? It worked out. It worked out. Ouch. Anyway, onward! Yes, spirit in the lake. It must be appeased for very important inquisitional reasons and totally not for my boning of Higher Bull. Or his boning of me. Both works. But that's totally not the reason at all whatsoever. And anyone who thinks so is lying. They're all lying. Every single one of them. All of them. I would never do such things that could be perceived as menial, even though it is not at all menial. It's a lie. How dare you? Good thing there are plenty of blood lotuses around here for me to use to appease the spirit. It's almost as if they came prepared, wanting for me to appease a spirit, even if I didn't have blood lotuses, but I had plenty of them, so you know. But it's nice of them to think about me in my time of need. The question is, how the fuck do I reach that lake? Should be easy to access, and yet they make it seem so impossible, it looks like. Oh well, we'll have to find out things. We might just have to make a roundabout trip, it looks. But luckily, on the way, there is a Asterium. And that I already solved, so no need to worry about that. Okay, so we are gonna have to make a roundabout trip to appease the spirit, but it is nearby, we will eventually get to it. I do love their environments, and I love the sun rays. I don't know why I notice now, but it's like, the sun rays just make it look so much more alive, and it's just beautiful. I love it, really. Alright, West Road. Should be leading us to exactly... Oh, wait, right. There's also the Red Lyrium that needs to be taken care of. So that is actually going to be my top priority. I can definitely worry about the appeasing of the Lake Spirit a little bit, just so that I can destroy the Red Lyrium. I know what it did to my beloved, and I will never forgive it. Alright, Mr. Awful Red Lyrium. It is time that... Oh, wait, I should have brought Varric to deal with this as well, but I'm sure he'll approve of it from afar. Ah, see, he does approve of it from afar, so I didn't need to bring him. Perfect. That's an objective completed in its name. Excellent. And also my beloved Airball. That's one deposit of Red Lyrium taken care of so that we could prevent insanity from spreading to other people unnecessarily. Because I already had the insanity and I'm willing to spread it to the people of my victims. And no one gets to take that job away from me. Oh, there's something to read over here. Templar encampment. We must be ready to fight, not only the mages, but those who sympathize with them. Have not the mages blood magic to trick the minds of the unwary? Are not most people as we know them sheep ready to be led by those who speak with authority? You mean like you? You know, a person speaking with authority? How are you any different? You're basically contradicting yourself there. You're trying to you're trying to bring people down who speak with authority when you yourself are speaking with authority? Are you being a hypocrite? Because, I think we all know how I feel about hypocrites. I do not like them, and I will kill them without hesitation. The people must be protected from the mages. It is our duty, our right and our duty, but those who supply them with lyrium, those who offer them comfort and food, those who shirk their duty to supply us for our worthy fight, they are sympathizers who have lain with demons and can breed only abominations, and they must be slain as such. We will wage our war from our camps off the West Road, and we will not stop until this world is clean. Yeah, that doesn't sound like a fanatic at all. Letter written in a crisp and educated hand. Yeah. Totally not crazy at all. Luckily, I already took care of all of those assholes, so, you know. A little bit late on that whole thing there. Anyway, let us continue onward. Master of the Horses, right. We do still need to take care of that part. Because the Inquisition does require horses. I'm getting distracted by so many side quests within the area. I wonder if I'm going to pick one and stick with it. I mean, along the way, there's also a place where I could set up a camp, which I really want to do, so... yeah, I'm gonna go with setting up the camp. Then I'm gonna go for the Astaire. Then I'm gonna go for the Master of Swords. Then, horses. I'm mixing everything up. It's so bad now. Anyway, setting up camp will be a top priority. Oh, there's also an Asterium there, so, you know, that works out. And we discovered the Red Cliff Farms. Perfect. Works out. We're discovering more regions, and that is part of a side quest, which works perfectly for me. Probably means I'm gonna find even more side quests here now that I think about it. Oh, would you look at that? There's a side quest. Oh, what a fuck. Oh, something to read. Yep, this is where. A letter in an empty house. Endrin. They're telling everyone to leave until the mages and Templars stop burning everything down. Saw the way the merchants were looking. If we just flee, they'll pick our houses clean. I'm taking our little project to the cave in the hills up north. You know the one. It'll be safe there until this all blows over. Thistle. Well, this sounds like a very interesting that the High Imperial Inquisitor of the Holy Elven Empire most certainly would want to take advantage of. Or, you know, figure out what exactly happened, and also, let's go ahead and place another camp over here. The spread of the power of the Inquisition must be like...
camp, perhaps.
Indeed. The imperial reign of the Inquisition continues. Alright, and oh, there are also rifts on the farm. Huh. Well, I guess I gotta deal with those as well. And oh, there was one right there. There's also a thing over here. Oh, and there are people here. There are people who are alive here. Well, I'm glad to know that. And that this isn't just some empty wasteland. Anyway, you are not a person that is going to give me a quest, but I do happen to see a rift over there. First things first, there's something to read over here. Very important. A heartfelt request. Lost prize-winning Druffalo Dreffy. Creative name. Ran when demons attacked, last seen down in a gully. Reward if found and returned to farmstead. Note posted on a public board with a simple map showing the general location of the Druffalo, where to return her. I see. And I can see you are more concerned about that than you are the rift that is literally right next to your house. Very important, I can see. Well, I'll go ahead and take care of your priorities then. How bad they are. I mean, let's be honest, that is some bad prioritization there, sir. Or ma'am, whichever you are. Oh, no you don't. You do not get to knock me down with your teleportation bullshit. And you, stop shooting things at me. I expected you to shoot things at me. Gonna blow you up now. Oh, wasn't even gonna hit me. Alright, let's close this baby up now.
If you go to Red Cliff's Tavern, don't eat the cheese. Just don't.
Okay then. Interesting of you to point that out, then. Anyway, gonna claim this in the name of the Inquisition. Tirdas Lover, and we got 3 more landmarks to discover. Didn't it? I don't care if it's the best land on the farm. The farmers remember the old ways and the old blood, and will honor that. Just as I honor you twisting the old horseshoe nails into circles and sneaking them into the horses' saddles for luck! If the farmers want to leave that tree to honor Tirdas Leaf-Eared Lover, we'll let it be, and whatever we lose from the land, we'll gain in loyalty. If I come back and find the tree gone, and you and Broad blustering some story about it falling in a storm, I'll get the truth from Sienna, and you'll be sleeping in those stables you love so much. Oh, my love, Eliana. Or Elena. Well, I think that's a sign, if anything, that this is in fact the place where the Master of the Horse is. So, why don't we go ahead and investigate? You know, make sure we get those horses for the Inquisition. Oh, and there's also some other thing that can be discovered here. Must investigate thoroughly.
The Horsemaster, I presume.
Oh, so you know. Glad you're head of the game here, and also, really? What is it with these places and for some reason thinking that my hands are not perfect for lockpicking? Anyway, Master Dennett, I've heard much about you.
You're the Inquisition, eh? Here you're trying to bring order back. It's high time someone did. Never thought it'd be a Hallow-Rider from the Wildlands, though. Name's Dennett. I served Arl Eamon for 30 years as Horsemaster. I hear your Inquisition is looking for mounts.
Yep, that's right.
It is. Can you help us?
Not at the moment. I can't just send 100 of the finest horses in Ferelden down the road like you send a letter. Every bandit between here and Haven would be on them like flies on crap. You'll have mounts once I know they won't end up as a cold winter's breakfast.
Sir, do you got a problem with me? And, hold on one moment while I try and get my mouse back into authority with me. Mouse? You got a problem with me, sir?
If you have a problem with me personally, I'd like to know about it.
What? This because I called you a Hallow-Rider? Those Hallow are damn majestic beasts. I'll give my right arm to ride one. My wife Elena manages the farms and Bron's in charge of my guards. They'll tell you what they need. Until then, you deserve something better than whatever knock-kneed plow-neck they gave you. The chestnut over there is a purebred Ferelden Forder. Take care of him, and he'll take care of you, Inquisition.
Okay, new operations available. Okay, then.
Good to see you, Inquisition.
Can you help the refugees?
The refugees down at the crossroads could use your help.
Right now, any food I give those luckless bastards might as well go to the rebel mages or bandits. Talk to my man Bron. He'll tell you what those folks need to protect themselves. Once that's done, I'll give as I can. I've no problem with charity, long as it's not wasted.
Tell me about the area.
What can you tell me about the wilderness around here?
Got some old ruins in the forest, from long before any king of Ferelden. The lakes are pretty, though when the weather's odd, you hear tell of spirits. Beyond that, my daughter Sienna set up a track just over there. Fool girl likes to race the horses.
Tell me about your wife.
You said your wife Elena is in charge of the farms.
Yes, a lot of families work our land. They work for us and we take care of them. Elena knows the farms better than I do, knows what they need. I imagine not being killed by anything would be a start, though.
Tell me about yourself.
You said you were once Arl Eamon's stable master.
Master of the mounts. Fereldans don't appreciate horses like they do in Orlais, but they knew my name in Val Royeaux. My horses took sick less and carried a man longer than any of those fancy prancers they've got. You take care of my people, and I'll make sure your Inquisition is riding right.
All right, then.
Farewell.
Watch yourself, Inquisition. It's ugly out there.
Well, I mean, I kind of took care of things here, mostly. Anyway, don't mind me just, searching around the place, and, ooh, Bottles of Thetis, Carnal 869 Blessed, an Orlasian liquor for the daring, or those who wish to seem so, said to enhance sensation, and at the bottom an erotically carved peach fit. The design is plain, but the bottler assures that the act of carving was scandalous. Well, I mean, considering how we see things, and also because of how it has the number 69 for blessed. I think we know what they meant. I think we know exactly what they were going for. Anyway, don't mind me just looking around the place. Oh, would you look at that? This is why you lurk. Look, even in other people's places. Hard in Hightown, Chapter 1 by Varric Tethras. Ooh. They say coin never sleeps, but anyone who's walked the patrol of Hightown Market at midnight might disagree. The pickpockets and confidence men head to the taverns at dusk. The dwarven businessmen and the nobles go back to their tiny palaces to fret over the ways they got cheated and the market falls silent. Donan Brenikovic knew every angle of the market with his eyes closed. 20 years of patrols had etched it into him so that he walked that beat even in his dreams. The recruit Jevlon was another story. The ring of steel striking stone told Donan that the kid had stumbled into a calm again. His new armor would be full of dents by sunrise. Torches would make this easier. The sound of Jevlon hauling himself off the pavement was like a tinker's cart crashing. Torches make you night blind. You'll adjust. Donan crossed the square to help the kid to his feet. A breeze scurried across the plaza, sending the banners and pennants shivering and carrying an old familiar scent. Donan stopped in his tracks. Something's wrong. His voice was low, warning. He peered into the dark up at the mezzanine just above them. Follow me. Be ready for trouble. The two guards climbed the dark stairs, and there, in a puddle of shadow, found the body. Gold-trimmed, satin glittered through the blood. Get the captain, Donan sighed. We've got a dead magistrate. Words by Varric. Amazing. Anyway, don't mind if I take your things now. Free Marches banner? Don't mind if I do. I never would have guessed that a Free Marches banner was a banner of the Free Marches or anything like that. Anyway, thanks for letting me look through your house for necessary things and reasons. Anyway, Elena, hi.
I heard what my man said. If you want our horses, then we need our farmers back safe in their fields. Since the breach appeared, the wolves have gone mad. They come after our men like beasts with the water sickness. You deal with the wolves, and our farmers will be safe again.
Tell me about these wolves.
How are these wolves acting differently from normal?
Normal wolves go after livestock, but come at them with a torch and a blade and they run. These beasts, though, it's like darkspawn during the Blight, or when the dead rose to attack us. They're possessed, or something like it. I've lost too many men to the beasts. I won't endanger more.
Okay, well, I'll take care of it.
Good day to you.
Anyway, with that being taken care of, I think we will go ahead and we will end the video here. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Give that like button a stab if you did. Subscribe if you want more Death in Your Life. Be sure the bell is tolling for thee. Until next time, rest in peace. Bye! Enjoyed today's video? Well, there's plenty more for you to enjoy here. And if you also want to support this small channel, then there is also my Ko-fi, which is available, as well as a Twitter thread that gives you my commissioning info. And if you'd like some traditional art or literature, feel free to DM me on Twitter. Thank you for enjoying the video and for your viewership.